Hi, and welcome back to Michael Workspace. I am Michael, and in our previous video, we installed Python 3 onto a local machine, and today we're going to be installing a source code editor for us to do our programming code in. It's not needed to use a code editor or an IDE even, but it definitely makes things easier. It comes with syntax highlighting, IntelliSense, support for other languages, and extensions that you can download to make your programming experience a lot friendlier. There's a lot of popular ones out there. The one that we're going to be using today is Visual Studio Code or VS Code. There's other code editor out there like Eclipse, Sublime, Atoms IO. But yeah, you can use anything you like, even Notepad++. But today, I prefer to use VS Code. So you already see I have it downloaded, but I'm going to show you where to go to download it yourself, and we'll get to the part where we'll open it up and write a really quick test statement to make sure that it works. Open up your browser of choice. I like Chrome. Go to Google. Type in VS Code download, and it should be the very first link. Here it is. Click into that, and then download the version for your operating system. I am using a Windows 64-bit machine, so I'm going to go ahead and click this button here, and it should start downloading immediately. And here are some useful, just quick starting up like information about what VS Code is. So again, it's a lightweight, powerful source code editor. Runs on your desktop, any operating system, built-in support for basically other languages, extensions for, again, more languages. So yeah, I think it's just about done here. Once it's done, go ahead and open it up, the installer, click next. Yeah, this is another really fast installation, just like Python. Accept the agreement. You can choose a location to download your Microsoft VS Code folder in. I'm just going to leave it as a default. Click next, and click next here. You can create a start menu folder. It's really not needed. What's important though is that you have this checkbox checked, which is add VS Code to your path. You should also create a desktop icon. Hit next. And at this part, you will hit install, and it's going to be really quick installations, probably within less than 20 seconds. And it should automatically open up for you as soon as it's finished installing. And on your desktop, you should have a icon just like how I have it now. So I'm going to cancel out of this. Here's VS Code for me. I'm going to go ahead and click into it. And for you, you'll probably get if this is your first time installing VS Code, you'll come up with like a welcome screen. It's going to give you some useful tips and some quick references and help guide. You can also hit that checkbox on the bottom that just says don't show on startup, so you won't get it anymore. But here's the user interface for VS Code, and this grid here is where you type in your source code. On the left side panel right here is your Explorer. So this is where you create projects. This is where you create new folder structures and save your Python scripts in. On the very left side, this is very good to know. This is the Explorer. This is how you toggle the Explorer panel on and off. Here is where you can search for any files that you have on your local system, settings, where to go to change default settings of the VS Code. Here is source controller, basically a place for you to manage your source control system software. So this VS Code come integrated with Git. So you can really easily, push your code, your projects to GitHub, and you can also maintain version control using this as well. So if you initialize a repository on your machine and you start writing some code in this editor, and as soon as you save the changes, then Git can recognize that you have made some changes. You need to add and commit it to your repository and push it to the GitHub if you wanted to use it like that. You don't have to, but it's a really nice integration that they did for Git. There's also a debug menu, panels that you can step through your code when you try and debug some code that you need to know exactly what's being initialized, what's available for you to use. And okay, and the very last part is a really nice extension. I guess you want to call it menu, like a marketplace. And this is where you can download other extensions to make your VS Code experience or programming experience even easier and looks nicer or does more things for you versus you trying to hard code it yourself. Okay, so now we're just gonna create a new file real quickly because I want to show you that you can run your Python code immediately after you have installed this VS Code. I guess it comes with a untitled file already, so we're gonna go ahead and save this first. And for now, I'll save it to the desktop because it's just something that we want to test out real quickly. We'll call it helloworld.py. .py is an extension for Python script. And VS Code automatically recognizes that this is a Python script, so it shows it has those functions that you can call. So now, ignore these right here. We'll go through like the installing an interpreter and also a linter in the future. But for today, we want to just make sure that we can run a simple Python code. So hello world. Now this is a print statement. You can use single quotes or double quotes, whatever you like. Here you want to save your code, and then here is where it says you want to ignore this. To execute your code, you can right click in the editor and go to run code, or hit the shortcut is Control-Alt-N. You can also run it using this menu as well beneath the terminal. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and right click and hit run code. And on the bottom, you get an output panel, which outputs all of your code that you've typed in the editor. What's really cool here is, I'm going to go ahead and exit out. What's really cool here is that VS Code comes with a built-in terminal. So instead of running your Python script using the command prompt or git bash or PowerShell, you can execute it locally as in VS Code. So to do that, we want to type in Python and then the name of the script, which is hello world. Now, well, let's hopefully make sure that we are in the right path. So what we need to do is navigate to where our scripts is, and right now it's saying that I am using let's see where I am. Type in ls. So we need to go to the desktop because right now I'm at where we installed our Python interpreter at. So I need to navigate to the desktop. So cd desktop. And if you were to type ls, you would list all your programs and files. And as you can see, we should have hello world right here, which is where our script is. And now we can tell Python, we can tell VS Code to run this Python script by typing Python hello. And if you were to hit tab, it will auto fill into whatever is like the because as you can see, I type in HEL, and then there's nothing else on the desktop that start with HEL or start with H even, so it automatically fill in hello world.py for you. So again, this is kind of like exactly what IntelliSense is. And if you were to hit enter, hello world was printed on the terminal and also in the output. All right. So that's that for this lesson. In the next video, we'll probably go through either variables, or we'll probably start with like numbers and other like primitive data types and how to use them in Python. All right. Thanks, everybody.